Hey there, it's Mel here from Bloom Digital. Thanks very much for logging on and taking the time to view my Meta Ads Masterclass, which is live today. I'm going to be popping this up on my social and YouTube. So yeah, you might be watching that today's session on one of those platforms. Today, the purpose of today's training session is based around trades-based business owners and how to actually run Meta Ads to be successful. So you might have been already running ads yourself personally. Maybe you're looking to actually run some ads. Maybe someone in your business has been running these, like you've got an admin person or partner who's been running the ads and you want to just sort of sharpen up your skills a little bit. So I'll launch into this. Really today wanted to focus on providing value. If you have got any feedback or questions along the way, certainly feel free to pop them in the chat. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to me directly. There will be a link at the end if you did want to actually book a call. So cool. All right. So just a little bit about me. My name's Mel. For those of you that I haven't met, I own a digital marketing business. I've been in marketing, sales, and customer service for over 20 years. I won't sort of go too much into me because that's not why you're sort of logged in. But really what we do is help trades-based business owners. These are the main sort of things that we look after and the ways that we help our clients. So from start of the process, which is getting leads, CRM and nurture, systems and processes, conversions and sales, marketing and consulting, and business growth. So these are the main things that we look after. And these are some of the things that I'm going to be going over in today's session as well, around things that you can do in your business to really help with leads, nurturing, systems, conversions, marketing, and obviously business growth as well. So these are some of the industries that we work with. Just going to move this down here. So home renovations and extensions, roofing, doing tile and metal roofing, outdoor living, decks, patios, pergolas, barbecue areas, painting businesses, doing interior and exterior. So we deal mainly with clients and help clients that are in the residential space, because a lot of what we do and the information that I'm going to give you today is based around Meta Ads to direct to consumers. So commercial is obviously a little bit more business to business. Today, I will go over, because I am aware of providing value to a variety of different people. So we are going to cover some more basic level stuff, but then I'll do some more intermediate advanced, just so that everyone gets a little bit out of something today, no matter what stage you're at, whether you've actually already done Meta Ads or whether you're looking to do Meta Ads in the future. Yeah. So Meta Ads encompass Facebook and Instagram. We have done a lot of testing over the years around where your target audience is. Meta is where your clients, that's where they're spending most of their time. So people are spending these days on social media in Australia and the US, UK and New Zealand. So an average of those areas between about sort of 2.5 to 3.5 hours of time they're spending on social media every day. So that's a lot of engagement and time people are actually going to be potentially seeing your ads. So if you are not on social media, that probably would be a really good start. If you are and you're not running any Meta Ads, there's a lot of opportunity that's unfortunately being missed by you and your business. Just wanted to illustrate what an ad actually looks like. So when you're scrolling down your feed and you see something pop up like this that says sponsored, this is an ad. And ideally what we want to do is make it blend in so that people don't necessarily realize that it's an ad. So that's just a little sort of inside tip. Gone are the days where with an ad, you want it to seem really, branded and, lots of logos, lots of text. That's not really the direction that you want to go in, and that gets the best response. So how to create an offer, and the best sort of way of explaining it is that you want to put out an offer about your business service. Like it could be a discount, it could be a percentage off, it could be you get this for free or a nice upgrade. you want when people are actually scrolling through their social media that it's really like a no-brainer. So if someone is in the space that they're thinking, okay, I want to get, that maybe they've discussed with their partner, they really want to get their kitchen upgraded, or they want to get their roof redone, they want to get their roof replaced from tile to metal. When they see your ad, to actually it be a no-brainer, and then see your ad and think, oh, okay, this is like perfect timing. I've been talking to my partner about actually getting this done, and this is like perfect timing. You don't want to go in with, just talking about, say, your services, no clear call to actions. I do see this quite often with clients that we sort of deal with now, or even just prospective clients, where they don't really know how to create an offer and how to actually attract and get people to click on their ad. These are the three categories that I tend to use. So we've got dollar amount. So this could be something like, as an example, I'm just going to use like a roof, free spray, $3.99. 3999, or it could be $2,000 off. A dollar amount, either a dollar amount off, or it is like a set fee for that particular product or service. Another example would be percentage off. So you could do, say, 5% discount off your roof. That sort of, or you could do, like 10%. This all depends on what your margins are for jobs. And just think about, this is an investment in marketing your business. Even if you are not doing a job for maybe the desired price that you would like, the volume is really going to help with that. So that's just a couple of examples. So like 1% off, or the other option is a value one. So value would be like an upgrade, where you get, say, something for free when you buy something. Free upgrade to stainless steel appliances when you get a new kitchen. Free upgrade to heater tent towel rails in your bathroom. It could be something to do with like the roofing products. A free gutter clean when you get your roof done. In the painting space, it could be, that you get a free upgrade to a particular type of like a higher quality paint, something like that, that's really going to catch people's interest. This is the single most important thing when it comes to advertising on Meta, is what is your offer? Because I see people that miss the mark with this, and that's what's going to stop people when they're scrolling in their feed, is what your offer is. So really spend a bit of time working on what potential things you could offer clients. More than happy to have a chat to you about this. If you are looking to run some ads yourself, so we can help you with this. This is something that we help our clients with. So writing ad copy and creatives that convert. There's a formula to actually writing ad copy and doing the creatives. As I sort of mentioned before, when it comes to the creatives, which is the design side of things, like the images and video, you want it to seem authentic. Like, you don't want to be doing really, like, say, an ad that is just a block color with like your logo, no images. Even if you do have images, you don't want to be having heaps of text on it. That's just something to keep in mind when you are looking to put your creatives together. This is the formula that I run with, and I suggest you can sort of make some tweaks to this. What is important when you are running ads is actually to be testing things, because often you will think, you'll be like, oh yeah, I've got this great ad, like I've got this great image or video, I've put together this like amazing copy, and then you put it out there, and for whatever reason it misses the mark and people don't engage with it. So when you're testing, you want to have a variety of different creatives, so different images. You might want to have like a still image, then a carousel, which is a series of images, say a video. You might want to play around with having more product related, so like finished, like before and after images, or a finished roof, or a finished outdoor entertaining area with client testimonials. So there's a lot of things that you can actually sort of test, and you do want to have a lot of different ads, headings, copy variations. The first thing that you want to do is kind of come up with one idea, and then you can sort of tweak it from there. So this is the rough formula that I run with initially when I'm sort of working out what the copy is going to be. So these are the points that I like to cover. So calling out your ideal client, that can be, like, as an example, Sydney homeowners. It could be like a particular suburb, or it could be a particular type of person. Like, are you looking to sell your home? That's someone that maybe might want to be getting a roof respray. So you can call out by type of client or by location, really. So just so that when people are scrolling through, they go, oh, yep, that is me. It means as far as people that your ad is not suitable for, then they're just going to scroll past. So we want to address their pain points. So I'll use a recent ad that I did for an outdoor living client. So with the pain points, so the pain point could be, are you running out of space in your outdoor area? Do you not have an area for the kids to play around with, play around on, like, safely? So you want to really think about your clients and why they would be wanting to get your service. You then need to obviously provide a solution to that service and their pain point, which is the outdoor space, as an example. $5,000 off your outdoor living space. And you could even do, it's a special discount, limited time, those sort of things, just to really sort of get someone making a decision quickly. So yeah, you provide the solution and the offer. And then throughout it as well, you do want to have multiple clear call to actions. So you want to tell people, what you want them to do. As an example, that would be like to learn more. Yeah, I do also like to put a link to the website in here as well. You can also put too, like, 25 years experience. We look after, tile, metal roofs. We do repairs. We do full replacements. Like, you can really sort of list a lot of the details of the services and the things that you provide, like registered, insured, anything that's really going to make people feel comfortable and like they trust you. And yeah, putting your website link is good to put in there too, just because it shows that you are a legitimate business. And if there's any conditions, so say with your offer, which goes up here. So say with with the offer, you've got conditions around, it needs to be a certain value job. Then you would pop that in there just to make it really clear for prospective clients. How much should you spend on ads? This is probably like the number one question that I get asked from clients and prospective clients, is how much you should actually be spending on ads. First of all, it does depend on what your goals are. What I mean by that is, if you are a one-man operation, not really been doing that much business, say 500,000 turnover a year versus a business that's maybe doing, 5 million turnover a year, is very different. You're in a very different situation, and obviously have very different business goals and capabilities as far as like what the team is. Have you got a crew? So generally what I say, because I do see with ads, people will say, oh, I ran ads for a couple of weeks. They didn't work. I didn't get anything from it. So I stopped them. Or I ran ads for a couple of months. I was doing, $1 a day, $3 a day. And I just didn't get any results. I think there's a misunderstanding out there around what the purpose of meta ads is actually for and how to actually get really good results. Two key things with that is that meta ads is a long-term strategy. So it's something that you should be running on a consistent basis. And the longer you run things, like, the more in tune the algorithm will be with your clients. And like, obviously there's times where you can reduce the ad spend if you want to, say you're going on holidays, or switch them off temporarily, but it's a long-term strategy. It's not just put them on for a month or so. You want to be having them consistently on. With the ad spend, I say for clients, really you want to be doing minimum $20 a day to be getting good results. But really where I suggest as a starting point is around $1,000 per month. And that can be in any currency. So if you're in Australia, New Zealand, UK, America, yep, it doesn't matter what currency you are in. It's just really sets up and gets your ad out to enough people that it can really learn and optimize, and that you will get really good results. So around $30 a day is where I suggest is a good starting point. Some businesses, though, if you're a business that's doing 5 mil turnover a year, you want to be spending more than that to be getting more results, because obviously you would have more of a team, so you need more leads. So that's something that we could certainly give you some guidance around if you are interested in finding out a bit more about that. But what I would say is, don't go in too cautiously when you're doing the ad spend. Even $10 a day is not really going to get you very far. So I'd say $20 is a bottom rate, really, where I'd be looking to start. Before you start actually running ads, it's good to optimize your social media profile. So when you're running ads, people will be looking at your social media. If you don't have social media, you will need to set up, ideally, Facebook and Instagram. They're really easy to set up. It's quite an easy process. But what you want to do is make sure that you have optimized your bio. These are some examples just to kind of show you what I mean when I say bio. So your bio is like your about page in your Instagram and Facebook. So here's an example. This is their bio. So it's got their logo, who they are, what they do, call to action, and then contact details. And then this is a Facebook. So with Instagram, you don't have like a cover image. You just have your logo. But then with Facebook, you have a cover image behind, which is always ideally, to have like some nice images of your work. And then, same information here. I'm just going to run through, because this is effectively like, when you're advertising, it's effectively like sending someone to your website. So if you don't have all of the information that's relevant to your business and that's going to sell you in the best way to prospective clients, then you're really missing an opportunity. And I think in the trades space, I think it just comes from not knowing what to do, or not having the time to actually sort of invest in working out the best way to market your business on social media. These are just some examples of a bad profile and a great profile. A bad profile, well, first of all, would not have like an image. Like, as an example, if you don't put a logo in here, then it will just have like a little outline of a head. I've seen that before for a number of businesses, or I've even seen too where the logo is a bit skewed or it's blurry. You want to have a nice logo. A bad profile would have not really much information, or generic information, not customized to your particular services, not having things like, that you do plumbing, you do carpentry, landscaping, no clear call to actions. So nothing like book, get a free quote, poor use of the space by going into a bit too much detail, certain character limits. And I do see this where people just copy and paste, I'm guessing just like their about page from their website, pop it in here, and then because of the character limit, it just cuts off from a certain point. So it's like mid-sentence, it's just cut off. So you do want to, you want to keep it short and sharp. Having, we're a company that focuses on our clients' needs, and this is not the space to be putting that sort of information. That's more sort of website stuff. Lack of branding, so not having your company logo. Say if you do have a tagline for your business, that's really great to pop in there too. You want to have your contact information, because not everyone does want to like DM you on social media. They actually want to give you a call, send you an email. You want to have some emojis, but you don't want to have too many emojis. This is an emoji. You see this little house here. So that is an emoji. So that's what I'm talking about when I say emojis. I've seen some bios that have just got like so many emojis. It's just a little bit overkill, and having too many emojis actually kind of makes you look a bit sort of unprofessional. Like, having too many emojis can make you seem like not a serious business. So just something to be aware of there. So no social proof, so not mentioning your qualifications, years of experience. If you've got like 200 5-star reviews, that's something great to mention. Also, be aware of the consumer and your clients and prospective clients, because they don't know all of your industry specific lingo. So the stuff that you talk about with other various trades, that doesn't make sense to them. So keep things really simple and just sort of think about the client. Yeah, not too industry specific stuff in the heading. A great profile. So these are just sort of some of the things that are included in a really good profile. And it doesn't need to be like a lot of information, just really specific and thought about information. At the top, you want to say what you do, and you want to say it really clearly and concisely so that people understand. So when they're scrolling through or they're having a look at your profile and they're like, oh, am I going to follow them? They can see, okay, we're home renovation experts, specializing in kitchen, bathroom, and outdoor spaces. Boom. Yep, they know what you do. Or you do residential roof replacements and repairs, or you do tile and metal roofs. Like, you want to make it really concise and clear. Even just because I'm sure you would have, like an elevator pitch, or what your service is, just keeping it really short and to the point. Using obviously keywords so that people can search and things will be picked up on social media. So talking about what you do, whether it is renovation, plumbing, carpentry, landscaping, a strong call to action. Get a free quote today. Click on the link to book a free design consultation. That's what we recently did for this client as an example. Book a free design consultation. We actually set up a Linktree landing page here. So that's a further sort of call to action as well. Effective use of space. So really making things clear and concise and to the point. It's best to actually, when you're doing this, just do it separately, like in a separate document, if you like, and then you can just copy and paste it straight into the social media profiles. You want to have branding too. You want to have your logo in the image in here. So you want to have your logo, and you want to have it nice and spaced as well so that you can see it clearly. It might even involve if you need to maybe adjust your logo so that you can see it really clearly. And if you do have like a tagline associated with your business, you can pop that in there as well. You want to have contact information. This is so important. So often I say, not just for trades businesses, but like so many other businesses, not having any form of contact details. So it could be a person's name, it could be like the office number, it could be a mobile, email, some sort of contact. That's something you can pop in there too. As I mentioned, the use of emojis, just sort of keeping it short and to the point. I quite like some emojis like arrows and crosses, like those sort of emojis as well. The little house emoji does work quite well, and the phone emoji also does too. Pointing, click my link, and then the star for star rating as well too. With the social proof, if you do have things like, if you've won a particular award, if you've got a special certification, if you specialize in something in particular, you want to include that too. That would be really good. Say also, if you're a carpenter and a builder, want to put that in there as well. If you've got, as I mentioned, a lot of really good Google reviews, that's kind of good information to pop in there too. And just making things really clear and easy for people. So this is the first stage that you want to go through before you start running your ads. It's actually just making sure that everything looks good, and also pop some content on there too. If you've got nothing on your social media and you are starting from scratch, putting some images on your socials is going to be really good. And the sort of images that you want to do is, say, before and after photos, happy clients. You can do some after images as well, videos of you out at site doing jobs, you talking to camera, all that kind of stuff is really great. The more time and investment that you make into social media, the easier it gets. Like, it can be a little bit overwhelming and a bit awkward, especially if you're doing video content, but it does get easier the more you do. With social media, I'd say if you've not done any social media content, maybe one a week would be a great starting point. Ideally, you do want to work up to having some consistent content, ideally, 3-4 posts a week. That's how you're going to get the most amount of growth from your socials. And also that means that when you're running lead generation campaigns, people are going to see, that you're really active and some really authentic content. Okay, so I'm just going to talk through what Ads Manager is. So this is actually an example here. So because I just wanted to sort of touch on and explaining what Ads Manager is. I often get this when I'm speaking to clients, and you know what Facebook and your Instagram is, they actually come under what's called Meta. So Meta is the company that owns, well, actually own, they own heaps now. So they own Facebook, they own Instagram, WhatsApp. So that's why they're all sort of connected. The way that the structure sort of works, because when you start running ads, you are going to come into contact with all of these various products, and you will find, you would have seen in Facebook and Instagram that you can boost posts, and that will then take you to Meta Business. Meta Business manages both of these services. So Meta Business, you can actually, and probably the first step that you would want to do is getting your Instagram and Facebook logged into Meta Business Suite and getting them both linked so that you can actually then manage all of your content from Meta Business. So Meta Business is then linked to what's called your Facebook Business Manager. Your Facebook Business Manager manages everything to do with your business. I log in there on a daily basis along with a Meta Ads Manager. So the Meta Ads Manager is where you manage all of your ads. So you actually have to set up what's called a Meta Ads Manager account. So we call it an ad account. You need to have all of these linked in order to be able to advertise. If you want to go as a best sort of starting point, it's probably to go to your Facebook Business Manager. In that system, you can actually link, your Better Business Suite, which links these two, and then you can create your ad account as well. So it's like they call it like a business portfolio. It just means that everything is in the one space. You can manage everything under your business manager. I won't touch on pixels because that's more sort of like a high level, but if you do want a bit more information about what a pixel is, certainly reach out to me and we can have a bit of a chat about that. If you haven't done lead generation before, there's different types of leads. So I'm guessing you're probably used to maybe like warm leads. As an example, say a referral or word of mouth, maybe someone's recommended you in there, which that's probably even a warm to hot lead. If you've been doing Google ads, that's more of a sort of a warmer lead because the person's actually coming to you for your service. With Meta ads, the leads are cooler leads. So they're sort of a cold lead. You do want to have a different way of dealing with them to actually turn them into a hot lead. So here we've got our funnel. So we've got our Meta leads. And so your Meta lead comes into your system. And then these are all of the items that we want to do to ensure that we're getting booked jobs. The first thing that we do is qualifying questions. You want to ensure that when you're getting a lead, you're actually qualifying the lead, and that's asking them some questions. It could be, a bit more information about what they're looking to get done. It could be their time frame. You can ask a variety of different questions. You do want to keep in mind qualifying questions are good, but you do also want to do a little bit of qualifying when you're on the phone to them as well. We, for our clients, send an intro SMS with a video about client services. So this is something that is really good to do when a lead comes in. As soon as the lead submits, they actually then get an SMS straight away. So you can set this up. We use a CRM and a marketing hub to actually organize this all on autopilot for our clients. But if you're organizing the lead yourself, you do want to use some sort of system to ensure that you've got some automations or you're getting informed the lead has come in. Yeah, let me know if you want a bit more information about how this all works. Also, the call scripts. When you're calling through these types of leads, you do want to adjust your call scripts. You don't want to go in with a really hard sell. You want to go in with a more nurturing, conversational approach. because that is going to actually have the best response and actually then sort of warm the lead up, along with workflows and automations. When I say workflows, this is like SMS, emails. So maybe you try to call the client as soon as the lead comes in within a couple of minutes. For whatever reason, you can't get onto them. You then try again that day a couple of times at least. For whatever reason, you can't get onto them. That's where the workflows and automations actually come in, because that will continue to SMS the client, prospective client, email them, and then often, they'll respond to an SMS or a booking form to actually organise quote time. The content plays a part in that as well with your social media. It's important to actually be posting really good content, because people, after they're sent through a lead, they'll jump on and have a look at your social media. And then we do a quote booking, and I would suggest doing a sequence of follow-up SMS and emails after, just to ensure that you are getting to these booked jobs. I know often when it comes to leads, there might not necessarily be a system that you have in place for when a lead comes in. And this could apply to other leads as well, not just meta leads. So you might have, like you've got website leads, you might have Google ads, email leads, you might have, like referrals, site board, those sort of things. Having a system in place to actually ensure that all of your leads are going from cold to hot, with various questions, automations, SMS scripts, follow-up, is really going to make a huge impact. Okay, cool. So how to scale your business. This is the framework that we use with our clients as far as growth plan in a bit of a nutshell. So it does go into a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to touch on some of the key factors, because you might be feeling a little bit stuck in your business. Maybe you've been doing the same stuff for years. You don't have time to do marketing. You want to grow, but you're just not sure how to. Maybe it might be that you've not done marketing before, you've not used technology. There's a lot of things that come into owning a business, and it's hard to know exactly what to do. So these are the 4 stages that we lay out around how to grow and scale your business. The most important one here is the foundations. This is really going to really lay the foundations for how your business is going to grow, and if it's going to be able to grow. Because if you don't have, first of all, a source of generating leads and a system like a CRM system, then there's no matter what you do, you are not going to be able to grow. So this is the first stage that we look at. And I would suggest going back to your business and having a look. What marketing are you doing at the moment? What's working? So what's actually getting you return on investment? So say if you're doing, you might be doing Google, you might just be relying on word of mouth at the moment. Maybe you're doing high pages. Just have a look at all of the marketing that you're doing, spending and return on investment. So you really need to be tracking what marketing sources are working. Your lead generation strategy. So there needs to be a way that you're getting consistent leads. So not haphazard, not here and there waiting for referrals or word of mouth. There needs to be a system in place to actually have consistent leads coming in, because that's what's going to get you to your next stage. I mentioned around the CRM and pipelines. So do you have a system to keep all of your contacts? So this is leads that come in from any source, your current jobs, all the details in there, and actually have pipelines set up. So a pipeline is basically stages. So what stage is a client at? I often see businesses have, some more manual type systems for these, whether it is like a whiteboard to keep track of jobs, notepads, Excel spreadsheets, having everything in a CRM, which also has like an app attached to it, so you can do stuff on the road, is really important. So as an example, like the system that we use, so we've got a CRM set up pipelines for our clients. So our clients know, at any point, these are all of the clients that I have, like new leads that I need to contact. These are all the quotes that I've done, that are booked. There's a deposits received, jobs commenced, all the way through from the start of being a lead to job being finished and them actually then going into like a database pipeline. So yeah, if you don't have a system, and I think a CRM system, like it sounds a little bit more complicated than it is. Like once you start using a CRM, it's hard to go back to actually having like a more manual system. Foundations is the first starting point for looking to scale. Efficiencies. This is looking at your workflows. So every single client, every single job, how do they go through your process for organising jobs, organising clients, ordering products, like all of that side of things, automations. So when things happen, things automatically happen without you actually needing to do things, and in ways to improve. This is the efficiency side of things is an important part of being able to grow, because if your business isn't efficient and you're not able to set up so that things happen automatically, there is no way that you're going to be able to get to the growth that you would like. If you're doing everything, and especially if you're doing everything yourself as an owner, there's only so many hours in the day. And this is where I see owners get stressed, they're worried, they're working evenings, they're working weekends because everything is being done manually and there's no systems, so no standard operating procedures. And it's just come down to like a time thing, really. You're not sure what to do. So we help with this side of things if that's something that you're needing assistance with. Sales. So making sure that your sales, looking at your whole process, looking at you calling contacts, whether it is something that you do yourself when you're calling leads. This might be that you do everything, or it might be that you actually have like a sales team or appointment bookers and schedulers, those sort of things. So you want to have a look at your whole sales process and do training and tweak that just to see if there's opportunities that maybe you're missing by having a look at your conversion rates. If you get this many jobs come in, how many are you actually able to get of that? These are the kind of stats that it's important to know, because then you can really make adjustments, and this will help with growth too. Because if you're getting a decent amount of leads, but you're not converting them, then that's an indication that there's a sales training and process issue that maybe needs to be adjusted. At this point too, you probably want to have a look at what your margins are. Is there anything that you can increase to increase profitability as well? Because sometimes there's some little tweaks that you can make here, which is really going to change and make your business grow. The last phase is at this point, when everything is going along, and normally this sort of process to kind of get up to the sales and growth is normally sort of like 3 to 6, 9 months in, depending on the business and how big your business is. At that point, once everything is really humming along well, you want to look at increasing your lead flow, so increasing your ad spending, and then future planning for the future. All right. So if you are interested in finding out a little bit more about what we do, how we help clients, you can certainly book a call with us. I will attach this link so that you can access that. I'll send it to you as well. I will attach it under this video, so you can actually just click on the link and book a call with us. As I mentioned, we do specifically look after tradies, residential contractors, and help with marketing, leads, and business growth. Would love to have a chat and appreciate your time.